What's going on, everybody? It's your boy T Danzy. You are now tuned in to Get Right.
Everything goes, nothing goes. Back it and flip it, whatever. It's a DBS sound. Wait for the breakdown. Perfect. Everyone lift up, get right, get hype, head nod, bounce if you feel vibes. It's time to make move, make do whatever I got. I'ma give you, wish you a better life. Haters always checking, making sure my level's right, but I'm making sure my max is right. Kilo tight, attacking the mic, not underestimated. Like this a new day, I'm broke, time to make this money right.
I'm on the other side, so I'm tech, project management.
Okay.
I was like a software engineer, and then I got out of. Yeah, I moved out of
Coders.
that. I just wasn't the person to be behind the desk all day.
I'm
It just
telling
couldn't
you.
like it just that's just was not me.
Yeah, it's not my bag either.
Yeah, I didn't. I enjoyed it. Like I learned a lot. While I was a software engineer and then a network engineer too.
Oh yeah, you get to it.
but
I
when-
already knew with the app thing you was in something. You feel me? When she said, "I was like, oh, she make apps." Yeah, I already know.
Yeah. So right now I'm working on my personal brand. I
Exactly.
think 2024. Like I guess I'm a child of God.
Amen.
And I believe
Judah,
like,
I already know.
Amen. Judah, you gotta come through. I believe like in the time that we're in right now,
For sure.
we have to be able to step up.
For sure.
Shine. So there's no more, I'm gonna just be in the background. Because before I'm like, I'm just gonna be in the background, don't worry about me, I'm in the background.
Yeah.
Pushing
Yeah.
everybody else, and,
sure.
and just staying in the background. But where I'm at now, God has been speaking to me like you gotta build your brand. Like your brand is everything. That's your life. That's really your bread and butter. So
For sure.
for me, I'm like, all right, well, I guess this year I'm gonna build my brand.
Yeah.
So I have a couple things going on. So Flow Rhythm is the app.
Mo Rhythm.
So Flow Rhythm allows a user to request a song straight to the DJ.
It's fire. You told me about it. I was like, I gotta have you on here.
Yeah. So
For
like
sure.
we're talking about it could be at a concert. It can be at an event, at the club, wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to download the app. You can scan your DJ's QR code. Now the app is cool because you can see where your favorite DJ is going to be at in the city.
You probably save stuff.
Yeah.
Favorites, all that.
Exactly. So you can request it quickly. But how we created the app was for it to be seamless.
Okay.
Because some people like I'm in the club and I gotta download the app to request a song. It's just too much, so they're not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can scan a QR code
just
right
put
at
in
your
the
table
joint.
and put in the song you want, it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are working on a feature for artists to promote their music on our platform.
Okay.
So if you're in a club at an event, let's say you're at a concert
Mm-hmm.
and you sitting there and it's right before your favorite artist about to come out,
Yeah.
and you see somebody pop up, maybe one of the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check him out. Let me request one of his songs.
Yeah.
And the whole building go crazy just from your request.
Yeah.
So we wanna provide artists a platform to get out there to be visible, because if you promote your music on our app,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the basically the heading on everybody's profile when they open the app up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what, like, independent artists, we support them.
For sure. And that's big. Before I get too heavy in it,
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce real quick. So,
Okay,
what's
right.
going on, everybody? This is your boy T Danzy. You are now tuned into another episode of Get Right Then Podcast. I have a very, very special host. She got into it early. I had to give her a pause real quick so I could give her a proper introduction. You know what I'm saying? To make sure she gets properly introduced before she get into her whole bag. Miss Judah,
Yes.
how are you today?
I'm well.
Yes,
Thank
I
you
love
for
the spirit.
for the
It's
love.
rainy, but you still came in with the spirit.
I had to.
Showing the brightness of your spirit to everybody through the rain. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Woke
of
me
course.
up a little bit. I was in here scrambling, trying to get everything together. So I appreciate you, the energy you brought in.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
I
really,
woke
really
up
good.
kind of late because it's my day off.
Oh yeah,
I was
feel
sleeping in,
that.
and then I was like, you just wake up like, oh my God, I gotta go, 8:00. But yeah, I'm so glad to be here. I love your
sure.
energy. You
I
just
appreciate
glowing.
it.
When we
I
met that
try.
day, you
I
just,
know, man. I be trying. It
gotta
just be
try, you
hard,
just do.
man. My time management, it got to get better. But that's why
same.
I'm trying to, get in here more. Cause I know when you ain't in here, you miss opportunities on meeting people. Like I meet somebody new, I feel like every time I'm in the building.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been trying to be, direct, not what's the word I'm looking for, but prioritize being here and being present. You know what I'm saying? And I know the fruits will show from that. So
Yeah,
for
same,
sure, for sure.
same. Like even though, so I'm working to finish my studio right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite done, but I just try to come here, show face,
Mm-hmm.
talk to
Mm-hmm.
people, and, build those relationships because there's
For
a
sure.
lot of dope people in this building.
Man, Papa got a lot of dope
Open
people.
house, I was like,
Yeah.
where? Like I didn't even know all these people were in here, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, wow! It just shows you, when you're present and when
Mm-hmm.
you're active,
Yep.
who you can meet and what relationships you can build.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure in a short amount of time. So, man, we going to go back to the beginning because you started
ready.
off in like deep in the bag.
I know.
Deep in the bag. So, we're going to start from the beginning. So, Judah Tucker.
Yeah.
So, Judah Tucker.
Yes.
Where is Judah Tucker from? How did Judah Tucker start with everything? How did she start?
So, originally, I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been in Charlotte for a long time.
Okay.
My family moved around, though. So,
Mm-hmm.
both my parents were in the military. Once they got out the military, they moved to Ohio.
Okay.
And then I lived in Detroit a little bit, moved around in Michigan, Farmington Hills, Plymouth, and then came down to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where it is now. I've been here for 10 plus years.
Okay.
So I would say I can consider myself a native.
Okay.
I always ask people like, how many years do you consider
10
yourself?
solid. 10
Okay,
solid.
okay.
You got a decade, you
Okay.
solid. That's about me. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I think Charlotte, when I got here, they were still building 485.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
Okay,
now-
so
okay,
Judah from Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the other place?
Yeah.
Just Ohio, Michigan.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte.
Yep.
So you said now you feel like you kind of a native. You didn't put your decade in.
10 years.
I know. And it'd be crazy because I be telling a lot of people, like, I remember when 45 wasn't done. Like, it's crazy. I remember when it opened up, we was on there flying to Norfolk.
Man, rolling, boy. Rolling.
I remember. So, okay, so your parents, like, how do you feel like, the way you were raised influenced, like, your art and even, like, career choices? You got into it a little bit earlier, how you were software engineering, network engineering. So, like, how you feel like your upbringing affected, you getting into all those different things?
So I look back now and I realize, like, my parents were military. My mom was Air Force and my dad was Navy.
Gotcha.
So, there was a certain standard in our household.
For sure.
And so that standard was projected when I went outside the house.
Oh, yeah.
And so my mom didn't play. And my mom was like, "Girl, sorry." But she instilled so many things in us.
Mm-hmm.
I have an older brother who's actually a deputy sheriff in York County.
Okay.
And then a
Shout
younger
out, bro.
sister. Yeah. He's doing it big.
Yeah.
And then a younger sister, she's at UNC Charlotte, psychology major.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just...
Oh, yeah, shout out UNC Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that's
Shout out UNC Charlotte.
Aggie pride.
Oh, hey, and my dad worked at T. So,
Okay, that's what's up.
I got
Okay.
connections to both for sure.
That's
I took
what's
a
up.
couple summer classes. I don't be, I can't say I went there, but I was in summer school. A couple
Honorary.
times. Honorary
Yeah.
member, right? But see, between pops and a couple summer classes, I'd be like honorary.
Yeah.
If
you went summer classes still, you went
okay,
there.
all right, bet. So yeah.
So you were
Aggie Pride.
Yeah,
Aggie Pride and UNC Charlotte, you feel me?
So I look at it and I'm like, wow, they really took the time, and my mom really took her time to build us. And I guess I never really understood certain things. So I'm like, why are we living in this neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see both sides of life. I
Yeah,
got to living
sure.
in Detroit, got to see what the hood was like.
Yeah.
And then when we moved around, I got to see what living in the suburbs was.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see both sides of life. And when I started to reflect, and I was like, why my mom, like, why are we in these neighborhoods, predominantly white neighborhoods?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be around black people because that's what I was used to. Like I was
For
around
sure.
black people, in Detroit. Like
Yeah.
that's what it was. And then I look back, and as I got older, I understood why she did that. She did it all for our education,
For sure.
better
For sure.
education, better setup. And at the time, I didn't know that, But when I got, into the real world and really understanding how things move, I'm like, dang, she really really worked hard to make sure we had the best.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't understand why she was making that decision, she understood like, okay, we live in this area code. They're gonna go to this school. And they're gonna get the best education. And I mean, I was the only black girl in my class, and so there are things that I had to deal with in that matter. But what I realized is it helped me understand. Okay, you are black, and you do stand out. There is a boldness about you.
For sure.
Because I dealt with racism. I mean, that's
absolutely
by
default.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like you can't run away from it. So, it just put me in a place where I was able to grow and get that early and understand what life was going to look like.
Yeah.
Especially being a black woman and being just an entrepreneur. And my goals are to be extremely successful. So, I guess. And then moving forward from there, moved to Charlotte. Once again, we moved around a little bit here in Charlotte. Lived off Sunset. Then we moved to Mount Holly.
Okay.
And I went to school in Gastonia.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Gastown.
Yeah, Gastown. I graduated from Highland School of Tech.
Okay.
Which is a STEM school.
Okay. I never heard of them, but okay.
Yeah. So mind you, my freshman year, I was going to East Gaston.
Okay.
And that was in Mount Holly. That's back in the boonies. And I remember my mom was like, "Oh, you had to get into Highland through a lottery."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they would pull your name, and if you got in, you got in.
Okay.
And it's still a public school, but it's a lottery school in the public school system. So I remember I got in, and I was like, "No, I don't want to go." Like I was like. Absolutely not. I'm not going over there. Like, I'm good. I got my friends. Like, I'm good.
Yes. I know exactly what you mean.
But my mom forced me to go. And I think I was upset with her. But now I look back and I said, I'm so grateful because I would have never had the opportunities. Like, getting into tech, at Highland, you go through a technology program. So they have like
that's fire.
Network, computer engineering, network engineering. So when I got out of high school, when I graduated, going into college, I was learning the same stuff that I was going into college with.
That's fire.
So I was able to get internships. I was able to like set myself up.
Yeah.
Like it was just so many opportunities that I never could expect. And that happened. So I'm just grateful for my mom and what she's done for my family and just setting us up for the best.
Nah, I can definitely relate. Definitely living with grandma coming up in Hickory, like we was in the mud. We was in the mud a little bit. And that school, I made a lot of friends shooting lifelong friends there. But the environment won't it. It wasn't it. And I think me and my boy is crazy. Me and my boy, we friends to this, best friends to this day. We both were in that school district, like coming up, kindergarten, first grade. He left first grade, and then I ended up leaving second grade, and we ended up being in the same like school district when we moved. We didn't realize it until we was like third, fourth grade. But we talk about all the time how we wouldn't be where we are now if it wasn't for our parents getting us out of that school district. Like it was just influentially bad, and a lot of people we were kicking it with back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not to say too much, but yeah. So as a kid, it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you just like, thank God they wasn't listening to me.
Right.
Like,
if I was making a decision, I would not be here.
Yeah, and I was I don't want to leave my friends.
Yeah.
Man.
Facts.
So but definitely same thing, hood to the burbs, and only black kid for the most part, and especially when you get into your honors class and all that stuff, and you supposed to be smart.
Yep.
I don't like saying it, but supposed to be smart. It's like that a lot. But like you said, I think it definitely got you prepared for the real world. And then, I wish I would have been smart enough to go say, hey, let me go to an HBCU so I can get an alternate perspective for a little bit. But went to PWI, same experience in engineering, then, real world type of thing. But I think it's real though. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing, like your upbringing really affects all of it. But I think not going to a HBCU, I thrive to be around my people even more. Like being in the real world now,
Yeah.
like, and I think I always have, but like I think it just got stronger and stronger, especially when you start working. It's like, dang, nobody.
Yeah,
You know
facts.
what I'm
Especially
saying?
in engineering.
Man, so
It's growing though. It's growing.
It
but
is,
it's
and then like being in stuff like Nesby and stuff. It definitely. I don't know if you heard of Nesby.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, yeah. So I was president of Nesby last year,
Oh.
the Charlotte chapter. But those kind of like groups and networks have kind of like helped and just like keeping like minded, then also black people together. And so, but yeah, it's all very very. And then it's hard, like you're saying, doing all that, then trying to do the entrepreneur thing on the side and not getting caught up in the money and the living of engineering, trying to just stay up, but then not losing sight of, you know, your entrepreneur, what you were supposed to be really doing to impact and let out your spirit for real. So, nah, I like it.
Yeah,
like
it all depends on your goals. I feel
For
like
sure, for sure.
I guess the career path I chose, I was passionate about tech. Like I'm, you know, I'm passionate. I'm still passionate about it. But when I got in, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my life. And then things started coming. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna be my life because I have bigger goals. This is gonna fund the life, the projects, everything that's coming, you know, the things that I want to build, you know, this career path is going to fund it.
For sure.
And
for sure.
Some people they stick with their career path and, you know, they're all in it. They're good with working the 9 to 5 and that's, you know, that's their prerogative. Me, that's not me.
For
you
sure.
know, it's more about building, you know, starting incrementally and then building up. After a certain point, you know, I look and I see people who work for a company for 40 years. I'm like, you not the CEO yet? Like, what's going on? But some people are okay with that.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
yeah.
That's what they want to do. But just me, I'm just different.
Yeah,
you know, if you know, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, but you got to be able to know what you're getting into.
For sure.
And, you know, build on that. And I always like dream. I everybody has different dreams. You can either have like a little small 4-bedroom white picket fence dream, or you can have a skyscraper dream.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some people they have skyscraper dreams. Some people they just have the, you know, picket fence, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So your goals, they determine where you're gonna go.
Yeah, clarity on goals, and I think especially like in college, I think sometimes it's so like kind of tunnel vision. Like I'm just trying to get out of here and make a little bread. You know what I'm saying? So then like you can easily get caught up in that cycle. And once like, I think everybody kind of gets to that point at some point of like, all right, I've just been kind of day by day in. I haven't really gotten to clarifying what I really want, whether it's gold, you know, whether it's the skyscraper or the picket fence, whether it's a family or I just want to be a nomad. Like, I think like it takes some time, but you just trying to survive for real for a little bit. Then it's like, all right, and it took me having to get to a point where I wasn't surviving. I was like, okay, I'm like kind of cool. So let me like go back, re-clarify what I'm trying to do, what I really want to do, more than just like what I'm doing to like provide or make sure the fam is good, whatever it is. And but yeah, like the sooner you kind of get to that realization, it's like the better. And then sometimes it's like a natural thing. Sometimes, you know, you gotta kind of get hit by something hard to realize it, you know, a life event. Yeah, at this point I done got hit by a couple of
That's what builds you, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think for me, I think the life events, the couple big ones that do happen, I think the fact that I always come back to art is like is meaningful. And I think that's kind of why like this time I'm trying to like actually like stay in it. And I think it'd be tough sometimes though, like because it's just so, not that it's hard, but it's still not like you get used to the 9 to 5 and the routine and the checks and I'm good and this is the only thing I gotta focus on, and it's less complicated sometimes too. Like, entrepreneurship is like the most just everything,
Up and
roller
down.
coaster, you know what I'm saying? Inconsistent, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the 9 to 5 can get like just super comfortable. Like, all right, as long as I do this,
Right.
this coming.
9 to 5, 9 to
This, you know what I'm saying? Even though it technically ain't really under our control, because you know, that's why I had to learn too. You can be gone that quick too.
Yeah, facts.
But it's just more consistent. It's easier to just ride.
Yeah.
But
I feel it. 'Cause, you know, I asked myself this question. I said, is this really what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you really want to build an empire? Do you really want to be an entrepreneur?
For sure.
You know, to be a CEO one day? Because this shit
It's a
hard.
task. It's a task.
Like, it don't stop. There's always something. There's all, and I look at other people, and I not comparing myself, but I just watch. I say, wow, you know, some people they have a simple life.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just have a simple. You know, they just go to work,
Yeah.
go home, go to the gym. And as an entrepreneur, when things come up, you got to take care of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a startup. Like,
For sure.
there's nobody. Capital is barely there. Like, so there's nobody to be like, all right, let me take care of this. No, you're taking care of
For
it
sure,
all.
every time.
It's your responsibility.
Every time.
Yeah. So I look at it, I'm like, dang, is this what you really want to do? And I told myself, I say, yeah, because if I don't do this, I won't be satisfied.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's my thing too. And you kind of said it too. Like once you kind of finally realize, okay, I can use this 9 to 5, but the purpose need to be like purely the fuel to my entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Like I just need to be fueling that. But man, I feel you on doing everything. Cause sometimes I'm like, I could use a team, but I was like, ain't no money for no team.
And you got
like I was like, hey, somebody do this, somebody do that. It's like, no, you have to do all of that, bro. Like I think that's especially project management. I'm like, I'm trying to delegate, boy. Like I'm trying to let some. You got that. I check in with you. You feel me? Like you do that, and it just, you know what I'm saying. So I think, it just worked. It's just work. It's the hardest work. I ain't gonna say school was easy, but like everything just kind of came to me. I think like whether it was classes or, well, finding jobs wasn't the easiest, but like classes, all that stuff just kind of came. And so, like, the entrepreneur, it's work. And I think the first couple of times I tried entrepreneurship, I did have a team, too. So, it was like you had people working together. Like, when we had the hat brand / music brand, like, it was a big group of us. And so, yeah, like, trying it again, it's like, bro, it's just me. Yeah, it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be a lot. But I commend and I respect what you're doing. So, all right, let's get back into your app. So you created this whole app.
So I have a team.
Okay, you do got a team. See, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I have like different businesses, but this app we have a team.
Okay.
So I'm the chief product officer.
Okay.
You know, I'm dealing with anything that comes to the product innovation, customer relations, working directly with that. Our CEO is Adetutu Falana.
Okay.
Real dope guy. He work with MTV based in Africa.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so he has experience in the entertainment industry. Had his own show,
Okay.
Autotainment TV. Like he would go and he was Nigeria's first rapper.
Oh wow.
So he would like be doing the jingles and then talk about the cars, like the beat, like latest car. Okay. He's looking to bring it back here in the next year, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And Ola Lakin, he is our CTO, Chief Technology Officer. He has so many different startups. This man is brilliant. He has a EV charging app called Beyond Charging.
Okay.
So it's based like Gas Buddy, but for EV. Electric vehicles. He has an app.
Too.
Yeah, definitely. He has an app called Evercent. It allows a user to use one MasterCard, and so you connect all your credit cards to it. So when you go make a purchase, it automatically puts it based on the purchase and based on what it is, interest rate wise, it automatically puts it to the credit cards it needs to go to.
Wow.
So instead of you trying to figure out like, oh well, no, the app does it for you.
That's fire.
Then he has another app, Ports Connect. He's like a serial entrepreneur, like dope guy, dope. Yeah. Ports Connect, it's the automated scheduling app, so that's there. And he has a new app called Riz Notes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just launched the platform. It allows you to share so for let's say your birthday, well, my birthday coming up. So my birthday coming up, and you want to share something with me, and you be like, oh, like here's here's a package to go get your nails and your hair done.
Okay.
As a friend, you can send that through Riz Notes with the note to it. So he just launched the app. But yeah, Flow Rhythm is an amazing revolutionary app.
Yeah.
I think
like it.
when we were discussing it, our main objective was how do we better engage the DJ and the audience? Because when you're in the club or you're at a concert, the DJ is the vibe. Like he's the one who's setting the tone. She's the one who's setting the tone.
For sure.
So we had to create something. It's like, okay, how do we, band together that gap? And so with the app, DJs are able to set their price.
That's fine.
So I've been many times where I want someone to play my song. Mind you, this is a prime example. I was in Cancun and we were at the club. It was like a hip hop club, but we wanted to listen to Afro beats. And it wasn't a whole bunch it was people in there, but I'm like, they gonna play my song.
Yeah,
like,
you got to.
Y'all gonna play my song. So I was up there holding up the phone, trying to translate in Spanish, like play Wizkid. So the guy was like, money,
he said, I need some bread.
I was like, okay, here you go. And it was like, this is the reason why people need Flow Rhythm, because so many times that happens. So when we were thinking about that, I'm like, hey, like this is going to be revolutionary. Because imagine like people requesting their song and they get it played, whether it's you just bought a bottle and you want your favorite song to be played. Now, mind you, the DJ can either decline or accept the request.
Yeah.
On their leisure, but we've seen DJs make anywhere from 150 to 250 on top of what they're already making in a night.
Just from playing song, yeah,
that's an extra bag, you know.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking to DJs, we're like, this is the platform. Some DJs will be receptive. Others will be like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
And that's your prerogative.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
if I was a DJ and I had an audience of let's say I had an audience of 500 people that I knew were constantly coming to my events, whatever, I would be utilizing that app.
Man, yeah.
I mean, it is fully built. Everything is there for you. Set your price.
It's a good little bag.
You can automatically withdraw anytime you want. So it's seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I love the idea. When you talked about it, I was like, man, I never even thought about that. Because like you said, it's been so many times, I'm like, especially when you lit, you like, bro, play this, bro. Like, I need you to, change it up. Please.
Experience.
Please.
Yeah.
And I went through an easy little 5 to him. Little 5, little 10 to him to play my joint, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Nah, I think it's one of them things you don't really, like, think of, but it's like, nah, that could work perfect. And it's like you said, DJs being receptive to it is important, but I feel like everybody could make a little extra bag if they can. So I love the idea, and I'm definitely about to be, see, that's the other thing. I don't go out so much, but now that when I do though, I definitely got to keep it in mind.
Yeah.
But a big reason why I don't sometimes, because I don't like the music. Yeah. So if I need to spend $50 to get some of my joints played, then I will.
I mean, if you going in the club, right? And like I said, it don't even gotta be a club. It could be a lounge, whatever vibe. And you're there for the experience. I think nowadays people are looking for experience because life is expensive. So if you're going out, you want something that's fulfilling. You want something you go back like, I had a good night.
For sure.
Like, I'm like, okay, I got drunk and then what? I went home and went to sleep. No, you can go back and be like, I had a good night.
For sure.
The playlist, like everything was great.
Yeah.
People are looking for experience now. So we're giving people that experience that they're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your space, you ran it down for me, but I know you said you're redoing it. Talk to me about your space here in Vapa.
Yeah. So my space is called Amplify Studios.
Okay.
Powered by Prolific Management Consulting, which that's my management company.
Okay.
So just to hit on Amplify Studios, the art of innovation starts in the mind. So the reason why I came up with Amplify, because I look back and I say, oh wow, I had so many ideas, that were created, in me just thinking or just sitting in a space and processing, writing down, whiteboard, whatever. And those ideas came to life, just like Flow Rhythm.
Yeah.
In a room, whiteboard, writing out, designing it.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to create a space where creatives could come together and create.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether that's you were looking to plan a festival coming up, or you have a new app that you want to launch, or you're looking to build a website, my space will allow that.
Okay.
There are 3 different parts to my space. So it's the collaborations part, and then the visual arts part, and then we'll be printing and pressing. So T-shirts, hoodies, anything. Like if you say, hey, I need 100 T-shirts, send us our logo, we get it print and pressed up. Yeah. So we'll be doing that in the space, graphic designs as well. So I think the Amplify is not only it's not just a space, it's a way of thinking.
Yeah. I like that.
It's
I
not
like that.
because it's like you're amplifying your thoughts, you're amplifying your ideas.
For sure.
You're executing. I think we have too many times we be like, yeah, I'm gonna do something,
Yeah.
and we have it in our head, and then there's no execution behind it.
For sure.
So this space allows you to come in and execute what is in your head. Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. So write the vision. So here, come to the space, write the vision, collaborate, and go execute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you're saying, I think is so important because everybody got ideas. So a big part of execution, of course, is yourself, but is being in environments where you're seeing that. Because a lot of times you're in environments where everybody just got ideas and nobody has really taken that next step to actually execute. And that's a big step, and you cut off a lot. But it's a huge drop from ideas to execution, like a humongous drop. And I think, but being around people to execute is so important. So having a space for that is big. And I think, even this space, like being in this space makes you go, I need to be creative. I need to be in my art.
Yeah.
Like that's why sometimes I just force myself to come. Because it's like, all right, I need to be doing my stuff. Like, let's redecorate. Like, okay, yeah, I need to clean up. Like, just whatever it is. But having a space specifically for executing ideas, that's fire.
Yeah.
Like, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a whole lot.
And it started because I had interned for Allstate Insurance when I was, I think it was junior or sophomore year or whatever. But in that time, me and a team of 4, we created a device. We invented a device that would go in your car and it'll communicate with other cars. So the accidents that happen, like let's say there's an accident that happened on the road, it'll be able to maneuver traffic over so traffic can still flow, because the reason why traffic slow down because people be stopping and trying to look.
Yeah.
So it'll be able to basically speak to each other. So this idea, it was so funny. I go back and think about it. I'm like, dang, But what happened was, so they did the competition. It was an innovation competition. We were so excited. I was young. Like, let's do this. Like, innovation. Like, I'm big on innovation.
Yeah.
So, it took us, 4 days to create this, bring to life this idea. It was a lot of planning, whiteboarding, everything. Mind you, this was all virtual, too.
Yeah.
During COVID. So, we're meeting every day. We're creating this. And then when the competition comes around to present in front of the judges, they kill our idea.
Oh, wow.
Like they said it was trash.
Wow.
And I was just like,
wow.
I was hurt. And I'm like, this can't be, like, ain't no way something that I'm on is trash.
For
like,
sure.
There's no way. So then they came back later on after the competition. It's like, we want to patent your idea. And they told us that if we would have won the competition, it would have gone out public and it would have been compromised. So they wanted to keep it secret and patent it. And so for me, I was just like, so where the money at?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, why y'all had to kill me though? Like, y'all just said we was good and then just not let us win.
Right. Like, y'all said this is never going to work. That's exactly what they said.
Nah, kill it.
Yeah, that was never going to work. So, where I was like, where the money at? Like, okay, y'all want this? So then they're like, oh yeah, you signed over your intellectual property when you joined as an intern. Mind you, I didn't know that. Like I was like, you know, I really got to see what corporate America was.
That's what it is.
Like I really got to see what business is. And if you don't have it, if you don't, you know, have somebody there to really, you know, okay, you're signing over your intellectual property, so anything you create is theirs.
Yeah.
And they don't have to pay you for anything. Now my name's on the patent. You can go look it up. Real time driver analysis. It's U.S. patent, but it's $1 billion idea.
Wow.
It'll probably be in your cars in the next 10 years.
Man.
And no money is coming out of it on my side. Yeah, and we tried to fight against it, get lawyers. It's just it didn't work out. But yeah, so I look back and I'm like, okay, God gives us ideas to create wealth.
Yeah.
So there are going to be many more ideas that come. Like that was just a test run. And so that was another reason behind why I built Amplify Studio.
Yeah.
So a creator can really understand what they're getting into and build it out, whatever they're trying to build it out the right way.
Yeah.
And be able to profit from that, because that's the ideas that God gave you.
For sure.
If God wanted to give it to somebody else, he would have gave it to them.
Yeah.
But he gave it to you.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with it? How are you going to, you know, build it out? And what are you going to gain from it?
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you've been getting
Tough
to
stuff.
it. You've been getting to it.
I said by God's grace, though. It's not me. I promise you. It's not me.
It wasn't. Dang. Yeah, nah. But I think I also respect that you could tell that story. And as you were telling it, I don't hear no bitterness. Like, you feel very like, I did it. It was some BS. But, like, we here and we still elevating. So, man, that's super fire to hear.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna take that wherever.
You had some stories in the tuck. You weren't ready to tell all of them yet. You weren't ready to tell all of them yet, man.
And then so my other company, the one that I started with, Prolific Management Consulting. So Prolific Management Consulting is about building your person. So I work with independent creators. So I used to manage artists. This is how it came about. In college, I would throw parties.
Okay.
You know, I was like, I'm gonna make me a bag somehow. Like,
got to.
I used to throw parties. And I used to have people come like, oh, what should we do for this event?
Yeah.
You know, bring an idea up and then execute it. And then I managed artists. My roommate, she was so talented, talented, bro. I'd be motivated, like, you gotta push your music.
Yeah,
and
for real.
She always told me like, oh, you should manage artists. You should go into management. So from there, that's when I got into management. And I started managing artists, and I had got out of it. It was a great experience, but I got out of it because I feel like, and my mom told me this. She said, there are people who want to go to you want people to go to the stars, or you want to see people go past the stars, but they might only want to go to the top of the lamppost.
Man.
So you can't, if the person doesn't want it as bad as you want it for them, then, you know, it's not like your mom. Your mom's going to push you. Your dad's going to push you. But if they're just regular people, if they don't want it for themselves, you can't force it on them. And I felt like I would be managing artists and try to be like forcing it, like, you know, I'll be trying to get your life together and you don't want to get your life together. So I can't put myself in that pressure because I have my own life to figure out.
For sure.
So I ended up getting out of artist management just because that was kind of what happened a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go another route. So then that's when I got into like strategic business planning, which I was able to, you know, build apps. And, you know, meet people and say, hey, I'm looking to do this event. So I do event planning. But I guess all that is
she getting to it, boy.
Yeah,
she getting to it, boy.
You know, but that was just me. Like,
yeah.
You know, with the app, I got a team. With Prolific Management, it's just me. With my event planning, it's just me. So when I go and plan it, you know, I can call my friends like, hey, can y'all come help me set up? And so I've done events here in Vapa. I've done a women's empowerment event.
Oh yeah.
I've done a graduation gala. So the galas that we do every year, That's for our team. We come together,
Mm-hmm.
and we have an event. We talk about what we're gonna do in the following year, or what we did that year, and what we're planning to do in the following year, and just have a good
Okay.
time and celebrate our accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
So putting that together. Our most recent event was my business partner, Lakin, Dr. Ola Lakin. He graduated from UNC Charlotte.
Okay.
And so put together his graduation / gala.
Okay.
So we had
Okay.
people come in, speak on his behalf. It was a great event. So I think Dallas is a beautiful city. I want to move there.
Yeah.
But
I can
there's
see myself
much
moving.
work to be done
Here,
here.
that's exactly. I told somebody like I think I would move to Dallas if I didn't feel like I was like supposed to be here, like making like I don't feel like I'm done here.
Yeah,
like with
there's
what
a
I'm supposed.
lot
I
of
feel
work
like
to
I'll be
do.
running away from my responsibilities. I'm supposed to get done here.
Yeah,
that's like the only
facts.
reason. That's like the
Facts.
only reason. Otherwise, I'd be in Dallas or Houston, one or the other.
Yeah,
I love Houston
Houston.
too.
Houston live for me. Houston live. Like I feel like I went to Houston. I'm like, this not my city.
Yeah, you like it?
It was
It's too
cool.
much.
It's big.
It is big though.
And
I
it's-
feel like Dallas is big.
Dallas is big, but it's just
Maybe
like
not Houston big.
Dallas be like
But Dallas
comfy
is-
big. If that makes sense.
But it's big. Okay. So that's what I was. If you compare it to, okay, I feel you. But when you compare it to Charlotte, it's humongous compared to Charlotte.
Someone said Charlotte. Well, this is a fact. Charlotte is bigger than New York. Square footage wise, I think it's 612.
I believe that, yeah.
Square miles. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, no, it's not.
That probably
But
makes
once
sense.
you start driving, I'm like, dang.
It is. No, Charlotte is big. Now Charlotte is big, and it's like, but Dallas is different. Cause like Dallas got all these suburbs that really still count as Dallas.
I know.
Like
So you could be going
like
to
it be saying
Plano,
all these other
Richardson.
yeah, all that's
Yeah,
Dallas. Like
yeah.
it's like Dallas. Like an hour out still,
Yeah,
like, but they just
exactly.
name it different. I'm like, okay, you in Dallas. Still.
Yeah.
Everybody's still commuting to Dallas. I still count it as Dallas basically, but like Charlotte, it's getting there though. Like it's getting there. But yeah, it is. It's huge, like you said, square foot wide. I think that's why it's like going to continue to grow because it don't feel like it's that much room. But like you said, if you comparing it to New York, as far as like size wise, New York got what like 8 million people or something. Like it definitely a lot of room for it to continue growing. People just about to be on top of each other.
Yeah, and I think it's pushing people out. So I like the country. I like
Me too.
walking outside, feeling grass in my feet.
Yeah, I do too.
I want horses in a ranch.
Yeah, I want some land
Yeah,
eventually. Like I'm where I
definitely.
am now, but yeah, eventually I want to move out to some land. Probably have to go like the deep in Huntersville.
Yeah, Huntersville,
yeah.
Concord.
Yeah, I was in Concord at one point. Yeah.
Lincolnton is cool.
Oh, you like Lincoln?
Yeah, so I used to play out there like basketball.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
trainer used that, so I would be driving the back roads.
Yeah, I
And
know
I
Lincoln. Yeah.
It just
You know, it's 30 minutes from
30
Hickory.
minutes. As long as it's 30 minutes, I can get
I
anywhere
can- You
in a
can.
fast
I mean,
car.
you can still move that. Yeah, if you be down 16.
Yep,
Yeah,
straight
you
down.
down 16. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can move around in Lincoln still.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first time I heard somebody say that. I had Trevor Booker on here like last couple months ago, but you know, Combine. He started Combine. And it's in Lincoln. I was like, how you end up in Lincoln?
Yeah.
But he was just like the space, and I was like, dang, I never really thought about it. Isn't that far from Charlotte, like, and it's like you say, you can still get that quietness. You can get that country. That's interesting, though.
And it's the backside of Lake Norman too.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can connect right on
Yeah,
over. Yeah.
it is. It like location wise, it's more ideal than I guess I give it credit for. You know, growing up, I'm just like Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm from Hickory, so it's like 30 minutes away. So like we grew up going to Lincoln. My best friend, his family was in Lincoln, so I used to be in Lincoln all the time.
Yeah, so we used to play like Lincoln Charter.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, I
charter
really-
school.
yeah.
Yeah. So be out there, and I have friends who.
Oh yeah, what you play? You talking about play? What you play? You play ball?
I be talking on her. No,
You was tall. I was like, I know she had to play ball.
Yeah,
she
I play
had
basketball.
to. Okay.
Yeah, I
What
still play.
you still play?
I'll go pick up.
You nice?
Yeah, I'm straight.
You nice? What's your
I
game?
ain't
What's
got
your
no
go-to?
I'm a post girl.
Okay,
so
yeah, because you was
I'm
tall. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
I mean, I can pull up in your face.
Ooh,
I can
okay.
drive. But I say I'm a post girl. Like I'm real. You know, get me in a post. I'm good.
Back in the shoulder.
Right.
Zach Randolph.
Yeah. But yeah, I think my basketball. I started playing basketball when I was in like 6th grade,
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think I was the best. Like it took time. That's a work in progress
It do
right
take
there.
time. It do take time.
Like I was like clumsy, and yeah, that's a work in progress. But up to a certain point, I think when I look back, I'm like, dang, playing basketball, you gotta have confidence.
For sure, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, like I feel like if I had more confidence, I would have been better and just believed in myself.
Yeah.
And like know I was the best, person out there. Even if I wasn't, but being able to know I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a role on the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the point guard, your job is to make sure the ball moving around, bring the ball up. You can't be everybody.
Yeah.
You can play different positions and you can be
For
versed
sure.
in every position, but it's not a one man game. So
For sure.
I learned that play your role.
Play your role.
Do what you do to the best of your ability, and everything
Absolutely.
else will fall in line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like confidence is the biggest thing, especially with ball. We had this dude at UNC Charlotte. He wasn't good, but his confidence was out the roof.
Yeah.
Like he thought he was the best dude to ever walk this earth and play with a basketball. And we used to pick on him, but I was just like, well, one thing you can't do is take away that man's confidence.
Right.
He ain't gonna never stop coming to this court. He ain't gonna never stop taking shots. He ain't gonna never act like he shouldn't be on the court when the best. Like he ain't gonna never act like he not the best when he walk in the gym.
Yeah.
I used to love KD, boy. That was a funny dude, boy.
Shout
I
out
ain't
to
never
KD.
met no. I promise you, I ain't never met somebody with more confidence. I'm talking about somebody could have been. I would see him with Bron, and I'd be like, I don't know if Bron got more confidence than KD, bro.
What?
That boy had the most confidence.
Wow.
It was like delusional confidence.
But like, bro, you
But
delusional.
with that
but okay.
ball, like with that kind of confidence, man, if he would have had a little skill, he would have been all right. He would have been all
He would
right.
have had a little skill.
He had had a little
His skill was
skill.
his confidence.
That's the only one. That's the only skill he had.
Dang. Shout out to you, KD.
Shout out to KD though. Oh, my homie. But
You need
yeah,
to bring the boy and do a podcast about confidence.
bro, I need to have KD, but that'd be an episode, boy. KD, come on here. Cause I ain't never get to talk to him but so much outside of playing ball. But I'm like, I really want to get into your mental, man. Cause it's different. It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
But I want to go back for like a second to when you were talking about managing artists because I took a jab at it.
Okay.
And I think what you were saying is very important because and maybe that goes into the choice of picking, the artists that you manage. But I don't know about your case. I was asked. And so it's just kind of like they see your skills and ability. Like, I want you to help. But it's like you said, I want you here.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the way here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, I'm cool right here.
Right.
And it's like it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. And I think that's why it was just like a jab I took instead of a full
Yeah.
a full
You did
punch.
try.
Cause I was like,
You did.
but man, I think that's a point like with any kind of management is making sure everybody's aligned. Because a lot of people and it go back to ideas and execution. And a lot of times the idea of having a manager and to be able to say I have a manager is big for some people. But when it gets into the execution part, and it's just like, where's your art though? Why are we following up with more art, stuff like that? It gets tough. But I definitely commend you for the attempt. And I feel like I would love to see you get into it. Just going off of your vibe and what you're telling me, I feel like it's something you were and will still be excellent at. Like I can definitely see it.
Yeah,
I can definitely see it.
I feel like if I was to get back into it, has to be an artist who is self-motivated.
For sure.
So how long were you managing artists? Talk about that. That's
it was a couple months.
Ooh.
Like I said, it was a jab. Cause so it's like one of those things where like you feel like almost you were managing without being told you were a manager at one point. And then by the time they were like actually asked, it was like, all right, let's try it. But yeah, I just don't think it was there.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, and I think not to say that, I'm always open to discussion, but, and so not to say that my ideas were always best, but as your manager, you got to take some of them.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be kind of the thing. It's kind of like no, like what I say doesn't go. But it's like if I'm continuously doing things where you ask me to manage you, if I'm continuously trying to put you in what I feel like a good position, you're supposed to trust me enough to know that I'm not about to put you in nothing that's not a good position.
Right.
So you continuously not, and then that'd be like the balance too, or like the predicament. Are they not doing it because they really disagree with what you're trying to do, or are they just being lazy?
They being lazy.
So I think that's a whole nother thing. And then sometimes I think it's on the artist. I think sometimes they're back and forth on if they really just want to be artists full time or not. I think that's their own little battle. And I think, I think that's another thing too. I think, God, I was younger. I think you just got to get with people that are really locked in on that artist thing. And I think that comes with so many different things too, because, a lot of artists are just surviving. So it's just like, I really do want to do the artist thing, but I can't survive just doing the artist thing. So I got to flip back and forth. That's why my biggest thing when I was managing was, my first thing was, how do we get to where you can do this full time? And what kind of projects, what kind of, sponsorship, whatever it is, what can we do to where you can fully focus on that? But I think they'd be scared, too. Even and that's the thing. Even with that, like, I was giving away money to try to say,
man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
money not coming back.
You feel, but I'm giving away money to kind of be like, well, shoot, take a little time and just go hard. Let's see how it look when you go hard.
Yes, and
they don't.
People get comfortable. And I look back and I'm like, dang.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't say it was a waste, because nothing is a waste. It's just a lesson learned.
No, for sure.
It's just life lessons. So you know what to do in the future. You know how to handle it. But I look back and I'm like, dang.
Like truly investing into, as your manager, truly monetarily, not just time-wise, investing into you and saying, I believe in you this much, let's do it. And it's like,
contracts are important. Because you look at it like, I look back, I'm like, dang, what if I would have been like, hey, I'm not, I can support you, but not going to support you until you get, invest this much into yourself.
Exactly.
So like, let's say, you invest $1,000 or you invest $2,000 and I'll match that.
Exactly.
Or I'll match it to 50% of that, whatever it takes. But it's like, I feel like they expect the manager to manage everything, so take care of them.
Yeah,
I'm not your mama. I'm not your mama. I'm not here to pay your bills. If you going through something, like I'm gonna help you out,
but sure.
I can't do everything for you.
Yeah, because
you can't, provide. You can't provide the things that I need to be able to do that. So
for sure.
I learned early on, like, that's.
And I think too, like, from the outside looking in, I think you're trying so hard to make sure that you're not like seen as you're trying to make money off of them. And so I think that's why you're so quick to invest, to be like, I'm investing in you first to let you know and assure you of this ain't about money for me. I just really believe in what you're doing. But yeah, a lot of time, like, again, just a learning lesson.
Yeah, people take advantage.
They will. And I think that sometimes it's hard to recognize that too, sometimes too, when people are just like, I believe in you as a manager, et cetera, et cetera. Or is it just, I see somebody I can get real quick. It's hard to find or really use that discernment to know the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's sometimes I struggle with. And then also to not be mad and bitter and just be like, yeah, I'm not doing that for nobody. Anytime somebody asks, I ain't, because I already know how that can go type of thing. So it's a lot of, and me, I'm so quick to help people.
I know.
I'm so quick to help people.
When's your birthday?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
August 30th.
Virgo. Oh, I love Virgo. It just be like, you just want to be like, help you.
Yes.
But I'm learning,
being hesitant to help people.
I know, like, if I can help you, I will. Like, if I got $1 and someone asks me, like, homely, like, hey, I'm gonna give it to them. If I don't got it. But if I can help somebody anyway, if I got a water bottle, like, here, like, bring value to somebody's life, because you don't expect it back, but it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, and I think I'm always, man, getting older sometimes is making you. I feel like it sucks because, of course, I've had positive experiences, but it always seemed like the negative ones seem to have the most impact sometimes, and it just makes you hesitant to help, hesitant to do for people, hesitant to speak up for people, the whole nine. And I think I'm getting better at like just saying that was a one-off, whatever. Learn from it, use it to be to learn better, the whole nine, But I think it's a lot. But yeah, that the management thing definitely was. I think if somebody approached me though, like I definitely consider it. I think at the time I was like trying to work too, so I think I was even more impatient with like the BS. Like
you have to be I guess do a vetting process.
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
Gotta vet them. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes like the biggest thing too is. It's gotta be people you don't know. Like I think business wise, it's always work with people that aren't, but so familiar with you. I think when you try to do management and business with people that are incredibly familiar with you, it'd be hard to find that balance sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, this is my friend, but I'm trying to do business too. So you like, all right, but this is my friend, so I shouldn't do this. But I mean, this is business, so I should do this. It's just too much gray area, murky waters. I think, I think it would be something where if somebody asked me to manage, I'd be like, let me introduce you to Judah.
I'd be like, let me introduce you to
like, I think that's what it'd be like. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but I feel like how I do it now, if I have artists come to me and say, hey, this is what I want, and I look at them and I'll be like, all right, you just got to know the person's character. For sure. And like really keep it business. And I guess that you have great business partners, but there are no friends in business. It's great business partners, people that you do great business with, that you guys can you're on the same page. But what I realize is like, when you be friend, people think you're supposed to do stuff, and it'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it regardless, just because of the person I am. Yeah. But are you gonna look out for me as well? We're talking about business. We're not talking about like life. We're talking about if you want to do business. So you have great business partners, and then you just have, people who don't do good business. This is either or. So you got to surround yourself with great business people. And so if you come in with an artist, or an artist say, hey, I want you to manage me. I'll be like, okay. Yeah. So what does that look like for you? Yeah. What's your vision? What's your goal? Like, what can you bring to the table? And my job would be go back to the drawing board and say, okay, how do we create profit from, to build this person's brand? So like, let's say they're like, oh, money's tight. I can only do this much. I was like, okay, how can we flip that? Yeah. Let's do an event. Yeah. Let's have a artist block. Let's do something that you are showcasing your talents. And then also other people are able to, gain value from it in some way. And I see in Charlotte, I've been to a lot of the showcases. And I think going to the showcases and like really being there, I'm like, dang, like what do these people get? Like they pay like $300 to perform, and then what? They get scammed. Yeah, I know. And I be saying to like, what is the value? Are you getting studio time? Are you, if you win the competition, are you going to be able to work with somebody to be able to help you craft your music? I remember I would sit in the booth with an artist. And coach them through, because when they get in the booth, they be like, they be hesitant. And I'd be like, do you know what you're talking about? Like, do you know what you wrote down? Man, do you know what you said? Like, is it the words that are coming out your mouth? Are you just saying it, or do you know what you're saying? Yeah, because you can tell by a good artist and a great artist, because they have passion behind what they're talking about. They know, or they experience some part of it, and. I would sit in the booth and I would be like coaching them. So you could listen to the track before I got in the booth and after I got in the booth. Because I was literally in there like, do you believe that? Yeah. Like, do you understand what's coming out your mouth? And if you don't, you need to go back out there and really sit with your lyrics. Yeah, for sure. Because if you want to be a lyricist and you're just saying anything that rhymes, not saying it was bad, the song wasn't bad, but it was like there was no passion behind it. You were just saying it to say it to get it out. Yeah. Instead of saying it and backing it up with some type of, oh, I've been through this, or I can relate to this because people, they hear vibrations.
For sure, absolutely.
We're able to know, you can know when somebody's lying, or you can know when there's just bad energy because we are vibrational creatures. So when you're listening to music, the best songs, and I guess it depends on your appetite.
Yeah, for sure.
And it depends on and what you like. But I feel like I like real stuff. I like stuff that speaks to me.
Absolutely.
So when you listen to it, you're drawn to it. Like you're just like, huh. Like it's like a breath of fresh air. It's something that stirs up inside of you.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. Now other people, they, if y'all like, if that speaks to you, okay.
Yeah, it speaks to you. Yeah, Glow.
I mean, let it speak to you.
For sure.
But I want things that encourage. I want to listen to songs that that empower me, because this life is.
It's a beast.
I be thinking, like,
it's a beast.
So we on a planet.
It's a
floating
beast.
In space.
A beast.
And I gotta pay taxes.
And don't get me
Do
started.
this make sense to you?
Don't get me started, please. I'm on taxes, boy. Goodness.
I be like, God, so what's going on? Like, we really gotta have a conversation.
For real.
Like, God, you put me here, and this is not how you intended me to live.
Sure.
I refuse to live mediocre.
For sure.
I refuse.
For sure.
Because if you're gonna put me here on this earth in this time with everything going on, clearly I'm supposed to excel
to
the highest point I can be.
For sure.
And not be mediocre and not do what everybody else does. So I just keep that mindset, and it's just like, okay, keep that mindset because the world will bring distractions.
I'm telling you.
They will try to bring you to their level. They will try to dim your light because you're too bright.
Yeah.
And you're bright for a reason.
For sure.
You're bright because people are drawn to you and they will learn things from you. So
for sure.
You shine so bright too.
And I appreciate you.
Shine
you
so
do
bright.
as well. Like, and I think recognize that is a big thing too. Cause I think for a while, when you just being you just doing your thing, you don't think nothing of it. And I think it took me a while to realize, like, people see that and want that. People will see that and just figure out how to get in it, how to take it, how to, you know what I'm saying? How can I get that energy? How can I get that, breathe that same energy?
Yeah.
And,
and it all starts within.
Yeah, for real.
But they think it's something on the outside.
Yeah, they
but
do.
It starts within.
And they be trying.
It actually show.
They be trying to get it, boy. They be trying everything they can do to get it. They be trying. They be like, damn, I still ain't got it. So yeah, that'd be a big thing, and I think, I'm thankful to God for it. I think my mom's always, your parents say stuff when you're younger, like, your light always gonna shine, stuff like that. And you're like, all right, man, I'm gonna go back to school, whatever it is. But I think as you get older, you really recognize that, and understand it, and understand the power of it, because it is unique, and everybody ain't got it, and a lot of people may never have it. You know what I'm saying? I think. It shows in everything. Like, it shows in everything from when you talk to other people, from your work that you execute and present to people. It shows in everything.
Yeah, so, that's a fact.
For sure.
And I want to be surrounded by people who have lights, who have and not put it like I don't want to be around anybody, but I want that energy to be surrounding me.
Absolutely.
Because when you get into your environment, I was talking to somebody about this last night. They said the environment that you're around, the people that you're around, they can project their problems onto you. And then you start dealing with, and especially if you spiritually, like you were spiritual, you can understand this. But let's say you around somebody who's just going through turmoil, just like going through a whole bunch of stuff, just going through it, and they keep going through this pattern, right? They're gonna start projecting that on you.
Absolutely.
And then you gonna start dealing with, you like, what the
man?
The devil is a lot. You start.
I knew when I saw you Saturday.
Yes.
We were in for a treat.
We was
episode.
Like this.
I was like, hold on. He talking about you been. I'm like, I ain't seen this girl. I've been here for a little minute. You feel me?
I've been hiding.
For real.
Yeah.
But nah, this is man, this has been a dope episode, to say the least. I was thinking you was on a roll. I know we kind of got
Oh yeah, we
Such
kind of.
a-
I
you
guess we're talking about.
manifesting, speaking about your light.
Yeah, and we talking about artists. I think we talked about a lot.
You done gave us a little sermon on the side.
Just a little bit.
little affirmations, none.
Speak those affirmations.
You got to. Okay, so I guess I don't really have no. Okay, what do you feel like are your goals for the rest of 2024? I mean, you mentioned a lot, and then I think also in like a 2-part question: how do you prioritize your goals with you doing so much?
That's a deep one.
Because you're doing a lot of great things, and of course, I think you're able to do all the great things. But from the outside looking in, it's like, how does she figure out, like, okay, do this first, do this first? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah.
It sound like.
I think you gotta have a lot of sticky notes. For me, I don't even know how I do it myself.
For sure.
I think it's just knowing like I gotta get it done and
Yeah.
understand. Okay, my personal life. Everybody has a life pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pie, and so you say, okay, my personal life. What do I need to get done there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my career. What do I need to get done there?
Mm-hmm.
For my businesses, what I need to get done there, and then just making a list based on that. And I feel like before I would make a list and think I can get everything done in one day.
Man.
And then I look at the end of the day like I ain't getting nothing
Mm-hmm.
done. So it's knowing like, okay, these are the things I do need to get done and setting those time or your what is it, milestones. And understanding, reflecting like, okay, where are we at in this project? Where are we at in this project? Like my office space. Okay, I was waiting for capital to get the flooring done.
Yeah,
Now I got
yeah.
the flooring. Now it's getting done. So it's just okay, what do I need to do next? And I feel like it's a balance too, because you can lose sight of one area in your life. So you have your pie, it's like your career, your personal life, your wellness, health and wellness, financial, relationship. So when you're looking at the pie, you say, okay, if I give too much to my career, I might lose sight of like my relationship with like my family.
Yeah.
Or I might lose sight of like my health and I'm not doing what I need to do. So you just have to balance it and not try to put so much on your plate.
Yeah.
And I have people like, oh, you put so much on your plate. You put so much on your plate. And I'm like, sometimes someone looking on the outside and they be like, dang, she got a lot. But for me, it's just like, I've always had a lot. Like I always had to deal with a lot. And there's always been a lot on my plate. So I just had to learn how to organize it and just, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And some people, they might not be able to do that. But for me, it's just like, okay, if I have a goal to reach where do I need to get? You said, what are my goals for 2024? I have till, I think the 31st to finish my goals for the whole year. Because really the first quarter is like planning. And then,
facts.
And then the next 3 quarters are like the execution. So I would say my number one goal right now is to finish my office space and do a launch party.
Okay.
So organizing that.
You
That's
talking
like
about Amplify?
Amplify,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Amplify
yeah.
Studios. So once that's done, I would just feel like, whew. And so things can start moving. And then I would say a goal after that, when it comes to the app, is to number one, enter some pitch contests. So startup contests, work on that. And then work with DJs to utilize the app. So we're doing demo days right now, but I think we need to do more and, go to more events and really talk about our app, because some people, they might not get it. And it's really get in front of whoever we need to get in front of. So right now we're working with Carnival Cruise, Royal Caribbean, to get Flow Rhythm on a cruise ship. Because I don't know if you've been on a cruise before.
I haven't, but that sounds fire.
So when you go on a cruise, it's like, last cruise I went on was Norwegian, which was cool. It's a family cruise. I would recommend it to couples or families.
Okay.
It's not a party cruise. But you're still gonna have fun. Great food. They have the best food. Like,
That'd be the biggest thing.
think
for me.
about, we just gotta talk about the food real quick. I didn't think the food was gonna be that good. Like, or I didn't say it was gonna be average. Any day I went to that buffet, that food was fresh. That food was exceptional, made with love. That food was good. Norwegian, y'all got some great food on your ships. But when it comes to your party cruises like Carnival or Royal Caribbean, we're trying to put Flow Rhythm in those spaces because you have DJs throughout the whole cruise.
Yeah.
You can go to different events. You have DJs. And the problem I had on Norwegian was they wasn't playing my music.
Oh yeah, that would kill me.
I had to walk around the ship and play. You got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
I heard.
That's
I heard. You pay for everything on the cruise.
So if you don't download your music beforehand, what I did do, I was relying on the Wi-Fi, to play my music and walk around the ship. Certain areas they just not playing my music. So it wasn't attracting me to go into the club at night because I'm just like, this is not even the vibe. But if you had Flow Rhythm, people could be requesting their songs.
Request their joints.
And DJ, you see what I'm saying? The collaboration.
That's
you're dealing with people all over the world. So you're saying there's going to be different tastes. I know there's different events. Some might be like hip hop, other be like jazz, whatever. But it's like getting in where you fit in. So we also have an initiative where we'll be working with liquor companies.
Okay.
So when you buy a bottle, so it's like, let's say it's a special edition Henny bottle, Flow Rhythm, you can scan the code on the bottle and those credits will be added to your account so you can go ahead and request your song to the DJ. Yeah. And the DJ will see like, oh, this person, they want a bottle, or they want this song to come out with their bottle. And more than likely, the DJ will play it. Unless something crazy, be like, nah, but choose something else. But more than likely, he want to get that, or she want to get that money too. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So we working through it. It's coming together. I'm just so grateful to God. Like, he's been faithful in this time because. And I always go back because God is the source.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A startup is hard.
Absolutely.
Like, it's money all out of pocket. There's, unless you have an investor come in, which we're looking for, you got to take that first few years to do it yourself. And we're celebrating our 1 year coming this month.
Congrats to y'all.
Yeah.
Congrats to
y'all.
y'all.
So we launched last March. So. And it was beta tested till July.
Okay.
But we launched in March of last year. So. We've got some big things coming. Yeah. I'm excited.
I love to hear it. So we'll get into it real quick. You mentioned traveling. So how do you? It sound like you travel somewhat.
A little bit.
Quite often, a little bit. So what's your kind of like your favorite travel destination you've been to so far?
I would say St. Thomas.
Okay.
The people.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, me and my sister, we got off the boat and they were just like family. Like, come here, chill out, whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah.
I was like, do y'all know us? And so we were just, it's just the environment. The people were great. The people were beautiful, loving. I would go back. I would get a rental property there and just, be around the locals. What's another spot that I like? Tortola, British Virgin Islands was cool.
Okay.
I always like going to Cancun. Cancun's like there's always like new places to go in Cancun because you can go try different resorts.
Okay.
I want to go. My dream vacation would be Dubai.
Me too. I want to go there too. Yeah.
I want to go sand surfing.
Yeah, I want to go to Dubai too. Like I knew a group of people that went not too long ago, and this travel group I've been trying to get them to do Dubai, but I think like for the size of the travel group is too big. But
okay.
I definitely would. I'd love to do Dubai.
How about you? You in a travel group? That's cool.
I only went like the last 2 years, but yeah, I went to. They just went to Jamaica this year. I was mad. I had to miss it. But DR, we went to DR last year, and then 21 we went to. Oh no, last year was 23. Sorry. So 22 we went to Aruba. That was my favorite one. That's probably the favorite place I've been so far. I went to Europe a couple times. Yeah, I went to Europe a couple times. Puerto Rico. I feel like it's another country, but I can't remember. But yeah, what's the name was my favorite. Aruba was easily my favorite.
Aruba.
Yeah, I loved Aruba.
Wow.
The best water.
So what'd you guys do? What was the?
So it was on a resort. So we did like a lot of. So they do a lot of like. So like the That's I actually like the travel group the most because like you don't have to plan nothing. You just got to show up. And so like we had like a couple pool parties. We had like private parties because it's a group of like 100 people. So it's like it's plenty. Like you can throw parties by yourself basically. And then like my favorite night was like. Was it the first night? It was the first or second night. But and then that's also like we had like themes. So like that night was animal print theme. So like I just remember me and my boys, and these are all boys from Hickory. We just was lit, and it was like a local club, and me and my boy seen the stage and just literally ran to the stage and started dancing. We just turned the whole club. But that was the most fun night. From what I remember, it was a great night. But it was a good time. Like it's always good. The biggest thing is the people, and it's always a good group of people. And so like it's hard not to have a good time, even if you might not like the venue or sometimes they ain't playing the best music. When you got the right group of people, you make everything be fun. So yeah, Aruba was fun. DR was lit too. We went to like a cave club. That was cool. It was hot, but it was cool. Like the experience.
A cave club?
Yeah, it was like a club in a cave. It was fire. The setup was fire. Like I was saying, like it was fire. And I ain't really when I ain't on vacation, I'm not really a drinker, but like it be unlimited liquor and stuff too. So I'm always cool with free. I'm always cool with free. I'm always cool with free. So yeah, we had a good time in DR too. But yeah, I enjoy traveling.
That's
pretty good. And then a few domestic. I've been not as much with travel groups, but yeah, I love New Orleans because of the food. That's probably my favorite. I haven't been.
Place. I want to go.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. I ain't really. I did kind of party there, but food wise, New Orleans, and then. Man, I think because so many people go, but I really like Vegas. Like I've been like 3 times the last year and a half. I love Vegas.
Really?
Like I like Vegas a lot. And Vegas I feel like it's another place where it's like you can't do everything. But I've never not enjoyed myself. And I don't gamble. So like I haven't gambled yet. Like it's just been everything else. They've been having good food spots. Yeah, I like Vegas.
Yo, that's dope. So I went to Vegas one time. It was okay. Yeah. But I want to go back and experience it, like do a little bit.
Yeah, like I went. So the first time I went with my boy, they had, and then like that was the thing too. Was always something going on. Like the first time we went. I don't even think we went for a specific reason. I think they just had a timeshare out there. They're like, we need to use it by this certain day. I'm like, let's go. And coincidentally, the NFL draft was there, so it was plenty of stuff to do.
Oh, yo, I know
free
it was
stuff
lit.
to do. Yeah, it was live. And then the next time I went, my mom wanted to see Bruno, so I took her to go see him at his residency. But then, what was it? The Pro Bowl was there that time, and then coincidentally, one of my boys from Charlotte was there celebrating a birthday, maybe celebrating something. But then, like, I see him on Instagram. He like, bro, I was like, bro, how long you down here? He was like, we gonna have to be in the club tonight. So he had a table. So then that was like fun. And then the last time I went to see Usher. So yeah, it was.
Oh, so you went recently? How was that?
It was amazing.
Wow.
That show was great.
Wow.
It was everything. Everything. It was all that.
That's what's up.
For sure.
I was hearing a lot about it. Like people like, yeah, I'm going to Vegas to go to residency. I was like, yo, I know this.
He was worth it. He was worth every penny.
Wow.
For sure.
Usher, man. He needed to, he going on a world tour, isn't he?
Yeah, he coming to Charlotte. I'm probably pulling up again.
Okay.
Mom's been saying she want to go. I'll probably take mom.
I'm trying to go.
I gotta go. I've got to go see him again. I feel like I don't know. That's the only thing. Like I feel like I got high expectations because of what I've seen in Vegas. That's the only thing.
I said, baby, you gotta come like Beyonce.
Goodness. So he did his thing. He did his thing.
Okay.
For sure. But man, this is an amazing talk.
Yes, absolutely.
I really appreciate you coming, sitting on the couch with me. I learned a lot. You gave me a little inspiration. I'm like, let me go get my bag. Like, this is really, really
and let's
good.
collab.
No,
Like,
for sure.
We definitely. I mean, we're here in the same building, so
sure.
there's so much to do, especially the years
Collaboration
early.
is big. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to do an event? You want to?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
your
oh
girl.
no, I've already been over here plotting. I ain't
Okay.
saying on camera. I'm plotting.
Yeah, I
As soon as the
believe it.
cameras cut off, I'm gonna be like, so
I
this,
see it.
this,
I
this.
see
Yeah,
it.
no, for sure. Before every guest leaves, they gotta hit a get right then.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that?
Yes.
Oh, let me give me some water. Because, hey, you got beautiful vocal.
I appreciate it. It just, I dibble and dabble.
Okay, so do I got to say it like you? Oh, my God.
You know.
That's so cute.
Oh.
I didn't even see that. Okay. So say it again. Say it again. So I can do it.
You just gotta sing it right then. You can sing it. You can sing it however you want to sing it.
Okay. I'm nervous now.
Don't be nervous.
Get right then.
Ooh, okay. I love to hear it. She's like, I'm an artist, but I'm one of them too. You feel me?
Not really. But it's funny because in high school they voted me most likely to drop a mixtape. I ain't never rapped all day in high. I said, did y'all just vote because I'm black?
It's the
No, I was playing it.
I was gonna say it's just the energy.
Yeah,
It's just the energy.
okay.
It's just the energy. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on the show. Make sure everybody goes follow at Get Right Then LLC. Please drop your Instagram, everything they want them to follow as well.
Yeah. So my Instagram is I am Queen Judah. That is I am Queen QUEEN Judah JUDAH. Gotta have the H at the end. And also Flow Rhythm _studios FLOW RHYTHM _studio.
There we go.
Go ahead and follow. Let's tap in. We'll be sending out some updates. I'm building my brand, so my website, everything's coming out, and hopefully next time I come back, I have everything for you. Like, hey,
There we go. There we go.
But yeah, thank you for having me.
Most definitely. We'll get right back to y'all soon.
All right, later.
Peace.